Hi, I'm Katie, and this is my testimony. I, whenever I was little, I grew up in church. My grandma always took me to church every Sunday since I was super little, and my parents have never really gone to church. They've had an issue with the church and stuff, and so that was kind of always hard. But luckily, God put my grandma in my life to take me, and so I've grown up at this church forever, and one time we were having a revival at our church, and again, I was going to church all my life, and I still didn't know, like, yeah, Jesus, but Jesus was just a name I've always just heard and never really got to know. And we were having a revival at our church one time, and the preacher, I remember him up there, and I don't know if it's right or wrong or whatever, but he was talking about hell and where you'll be going, and it made me realize, I don't have that. I don't have Jesus the way I should have him. And I was about 9 when that happened, and I accepted Christ that night, and but I didn't get baptized right away either. My mom and my dad thought I was too young. They didn't think it was right, and so I went for a long time not being baptized, which is it's not a big. It was a big deal to me then, and it is a big deal to be baptized, but I understand why my parents wanted me to wait and stuff, so that's not a big deal. And well, later on in life, I accepted Christ and everything, but I never really made a drastic change because I was always a good kid and I never did really anything bad. And when I finally entered the youth group around 7th grade, we went to a judgment house, and you go through it, and there's all these skits and stuff, and they show you a couple of different people's lives, and some accept Christ and some don't, and you go to hell. And again, I saw hell, and I was like, I don't have that personal relationship. Yes, I accepted Christ when I was little, and I know who He is, and I believe who He is and everything, but I never made that one-on-one connection. So I didn't know where I was going. And so that night, I rededicated my life to Christ, saying, this is it, you're mine, I'm yours forever. And ever since then, I've let everything go to Him, and that was the real moment that I knew I was a Christian and that I was going to heaven to be with my Father one day. And I've had up and down since then, and I've tried to have a good quiet time and stuff, but it's really just realizing that you're God's creation and that you're here for Him, and whatever He has planned is a perfect plan, and that you just have to follow it and know that you're going to be okay in the end.